G'day guys, back again working on the trailer, or at least trying to. The weather is pretty foul at the moment, cold, wet and very unpleasant, but time to open her up and see how many leaks I've got inside from drilling all those holes. There's bound to be one or two that I haven't sealed up properly yet, so see what we can get done today. I don't know if it'll be enough for a full-size video, but whatever we get done we'll put up. So just bear with me while I open her up. That's the reason I put that hook on the back, so with the wind around I guess we're going to find out how well that's going to work. Quite a bit of wind pushing through here at the moment. Now, first off, I've got to apologise for not filming something. When I was last working on it, I went off to the shed to have a look and see what I had to make the hole in that end a little bit bigger to get the cable protector through, and I gave it a go with my hole saw, which is down here, and much to my surprise it actually cut the hole and did a good job. And then I went on and did the other one without thinking that I was supposed to film it, so sorry about that, but I'm sure you know how to use a hole saw, and you drill your pilot hole and the saw itself does the rest. It just cuts through the metal. I actually did think that this was a wood set, but apparently not. It cut through the metal really well, so that job did get done without filming it. Extremely noisy job, but anyway, that's done. The one in the front box is done, so I can't refilm it now, unfortunately. It's all done and sealed up as much as possible. Now there's a possibility of a bit of a leak there. We'll just have a look and check that now. And because that's a split cable, I didn't seal it underneath, so I can just see a little bit of moisture at the end there. So I don't think it's too bad, but the cable will have to be completely sealed, I guess. I won't do that today because we've got this really horrible weather. Oh, I hate winter. Doesn't do anything for my arthritis at all. Well, let's have a look for any obvious leaks. You can already see a little bit of water under that hole I drilled up here. So there's obviously a bit more sealing to do here. I think there's some wetness there. Yeah, looks like we've got a bit of water there. That's coming through the split pipe. It's probably getting into the split on the other side, even though it's at the bottom. When things dry out, I'm going to have to seal that up completely, just to make sure we don't get anything coming in. It's pretty minimal. There's not much there, and it has been raining pretty heavily for 2 days now, so not too fussed about it. It's not going to be any serious issues at the moment because we're not storing anything in here anyway, but the floor's dry. There's just a little bit coming into there. We don't want moisture in here, so I can't see anything else around the place. Everything else appears to be pretty dry, so that's good. The only one I've got here, I don't think anything's come in there, but that needs a couple of rivets in it to seal it up. That's one I missed. The other ones I've sealed up. Okay, let's get on with it. Now it's going. Here we go. Probably not the best way to cut it, but it works. I have my own strange methods of doing things. Okay, so there should be pretty well zero chance of that water tank moving around once this is finished. I have to put a bit more padding on there. It's going to have to go on the end as it comes over here and down the side. Other than that, it's not going to really touch the top, maybe just here, so just around this end piece. And once that's on and tightens this up, we'll put another tech screw in there, and that'll just pull the strap down a bit more, and that will be that one done. No real hassles with putting those in. It's a pretty easy job. Time will tell if I've done it the right way. The main thing is with these tanks, I guess, is the water movement. When they're partly full, it's going to be that way and that way as you brake and take off. So you really want something at the back here just to make sure it's not going to slip out from under those other two holding straps. Just finish off the second one here, and then have a think about what comes next. And one of the many things I've got to get from Bunnings tomorrow, more of these little fellas. Now the electrical system is going to be, of course, based in the front box. This is just very temporary, so I can string up a light in here so I can see what I'm doing. But that cable coming through now is going to be the main cable that comes through from the battery to the fuse box, which is going to sit up here where the somewhere where the hose is at the moment, probably closer to the back door. Just something that's easily accessible around here. And from there we're going to run all our wiring out to lights and anything else we decide to put in here. Initially it's all just going to be lights. There's going to be a fair bit of room up there for solar panels, but what I have to do is when I build that, we're also going to want to carry the boat and the kayak. So it's going to have to be designed so that the solar panels stay out of the way of any of the protruding pieces on the boat, so that when we put it up there it doesn't smack into the top of the solar panels. All things you have to think about when you're designing these systems. This is typical of the wire we run for 12 volt systems. Not too heavy, not too light. If you have it too light, you have possible problems with the wire melting, because the voltage causes heat and the casing on it can melt. So you want a good heavy duty wire, and this we get from J-Car, and we're going to have to visit there tomorrow to pick up a fuse box. So we're going to get a fuse box and a piece of wood, and we're going to start mounting the electrical system up here. Now, although I run twin core, I don't use a ground earth. I'm still going to mount everything on a piece of wood up here, so you're just going to have 4 screws in the back that come through the side, and everything then is going to be mounted on a piece of ply. It's mostly for ease of use, but also a bit of safety, because if you get a short out at the back of anything at any stage, it's going to hit the wood, it's not going to hit the side of the trailer, which is metal. So I think that's more or less it for the moment. There's not a lot else I can do today. I'm hoping to pick up a front shelf tomorrow, and with a bit of luck I'll put that in. That should be fairly straightforward. It's 1300 by 600, and all I should need to do is just cut out a few little pieces to fit it in where the upright posts are and the bolts are, and just put a couple of metal supports on top to hold it down, and then we'll put some sort of piece across the front. I won't do that just yet, but I want to get that shelf in. Once the shelf's in and these water tanks are finished, as I say, I've got to put padding in the front of both of those. That's, I guess, stage 1 of the build done. The electrics will be finished, the water will be finished. I have yet to test out how watertight those tanks and the connections are. I'm expecting leaks, but that will come shortly, I guess. So that's it for now. Thanks for hopping on and supporting us here on Patreon and our other supporters on PayPal. And we'll be back again as soon as I get the next job done. Okay, that's it for now. Cheers. Catch you later.